used to the environment. I guess when you haven't gone before, you're not really used to seeing like I guess half and half like that with the crowd. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference.
I know you guys take every game as its own, but is there any? Does it make it sweeter, I guess, to have the thought about beating Florida into the high stakes rivalry?
Yeah, it definitely does. I can't remember a game, Georgia-Florida game that wasn't a big important game. So I feel like it's going to be a great atmosphere.
Do you remember going up against CC Jefferson last year?
I didn't really go against him that much. He played on Isaiah's side a lot more. I didn't really go against him that much.
How big is it to get off to a good start?
I think that's very crucial, as an offense, starting off fast and getting our momentum going.
Is that something that was kind of a focus during the bye week, is maybe getting off to faster starts on offense?
Faster starts and better execution.
How do you do that?
Just making sure everybody knows their assignments, making sure we have great communication along the offensive line, and then run game just being physical.
How old were you when you realized this rivalry was a little different than others?
I was probably about a sophomore in high school. I was about 16 or 17.
What stood out to you at that age?
Just how crazy the game was, like just seeing all the fans there. It's a great atmosphere.
Jonathan talked about from the defense perspective needing a wake-up call after the LSU game. From the offensive side of things, wake-up call, is that something you think you guys do as well?
Yeah, I think definitely LSU, they stopped us pretty good, and we got to get a lot better, to finish out and go where we want to go this year.
How much of it is just the showing, I guess, the nation, so to speak, that wasn't the Georgia team that you guys are expecting to be and have been leading up to that conference?
I think we have a great opportunity over the next couple of games to show that and play some really good teams. So hopefully we can show that.
How much did kind of the message? I think Kirby said it right after the game that despite that loss, all your goals are still out there and achievable. How much did that resonate?
It's kind of similar to last year. We had we were playing pretty well. Had a wake-up call, lost to Auburn last year, and we still had a chance to run the table. So I feel like it's the same thing this year.
Kirk keeps saying how it's a physical game, and that's the important part of it. Of course, running the ball was successful against LSU. How important is that for y'all to establish that, pound them down, and run the ball well?
I think it's very important, keeping the defense off the field, letting them get rested, and just open up the game for us, allowing us to have more avenues for different plays when we run the ball successfully.
Because of injuries, what have been some of the challenges for you guys to develop chemistry up front? Since it's always changing. Excuse me.
We have a lot of moving parts, I guess, when it comes to offensive line. But I think we're starting to bond. We're starting to come together. It's starting to get a little solidified. People are getting, more healthy. So it's good.
In all this hype, how do y'all? I know y'all talk each week about next game mentality. But after the tough loss a couple weeks ago, now going into a must-win game, how do y'all stay in that mentality?
We just approach it the same way, as every game. It's the next game, so it's the most important game, and we're going to prepare for it.
What's been that message, though, going into this game? College game days coming, SEC Nation's coming. What's been that message this week?
We try not, pay too much attention to outside things. We try to focus on how we can get better and just get ready for the game.
When y'all looked over the film at LSU, what did you see in that you want to change before taking on Florida?
There were so many missed opportunities that we had. I would also like to see us, do better in the run game, and then also pass protection, protect Jake better.
I understand you guys worked a lot on third and long last week. What did you guys diagnose as things that you guys can and need to do better in that area?
Just execution, like I said earlier, just making sure everybody knows their assignment, and then as offensive line, just giving Jake enough time to throw the ball, adjusting whoever it is in there.
What kind of challenge is it with what they do, bringing the pressure under Grantham?
They have a lot of fast guys on the edge, really good pass rushers, but our defense, they run a similar type of third down pressure, so I think we get a good look at practice.
What advice do you have Isaiah on the other side? You're going up against these fast guys. They might take somebody off of you, put them on him. You were in that role last year. Young guy, taking in this environment. What would you be telling Isaiah, or have you talked to him about it at all?
Just to have confidence in his training, trust his training. Against a great defense every day. So if he can block them, I think he can block anybody in the nation.
LSU was kind of the first time this offense stumbled this year. So how important do you think it is for your confidence to kind of get off to a fast start against Florida after that?
I think it's very important. We definitely need to, start faster than we have been in the last couple games, and I think that'll help us.
And your coach said you're still working through the injury. Is there a percentage you put on it, and how much did it affect you this year?
I don't really put too much of a percentage on it. I just, rehabbing every day, working hard, and it's getting a lot better. I feel a lot better.
And you win 99 out of 100 plays, but when one guy gets by you on a spin move, we see the replay. How much have you watched that replay of the LSU spin? Is that something you really focus on? Say, how could I prevent it?
I do pay a lot of attention to it. I don't like losing. Not just that rep, there was a couple of other reps that I, didn't play, to the best of my ability. So I pay a lot of attention to it.
What does Florida's front present? Why have they been so effective? Are they a 3-4 or 4-4?
They play a little mix of both. They play a little bit of mint, and then they play over G sometimes. And just they have a lot of good guys that are fast. Like I said, they have effort guys, so they play through the whistle. So if you slack up on your block, they might make a play because you're not giving your best effort.
Andrew, who do you know on that Florida team?
I don't really know anybody personally. I remember playing in the All-American game with Tadarius Slayton.
How much greater was your snap count last week?
Say it again.
How much greater was your snap count last week?
Oh, it was a lot greater. I played all the snaps.
Okay. In the previous games, you've been averaging what, 40, 30?
Except for, I think it was Missouri, and then the game I missed, I pretty much played most of the snaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens bye week for this team? I mean, conversations that take place. I mean, how do you get yourselves kind of reloaded, I guess, for the second half?
We just realized, that we had a tough game, tough loss, and that the only way to, to get better is to put our pads on, go back to work like we usually do.
Got time for two more? You mentioned that you don't listen to outside things. So with social media being so prominent as it is, how do you shut that off personally so that you're not focusing on that in your open time?
Just try not to, I guess, look at your phone as much because, obviously it's out there. But you just try to, stay locked in to, what's going on inside the building.
How much?